Hey guys, Sophisticated Serpents here. I've been getting asked a lot of questions about genes, and we're going to actually over the next couple weeks do a couple different videos on breeding and genetics and all that. Here's a very simple overview. If you guys have any questions after I explain it, feel free to ask us. We're always happy to answer. So the first two terms you kind of need to start getting into this is heterozygous and homozygous. So heterozygous is what people normally refer to as het, and it means you have one copy of a gene. So if you have a het albino, it's heterozygous albino because it has one albinism gene, and it's a recessive trait, so it needs two albino genes, or it needs to be homozygous for it to be expressed. So when you have two albino genes, right, like that, forms an albino, and that's a homozygous. You also have with codominant stuff, like a super pastel, that is homozygous for pastel, has two pastel genes. So you can see, like on this albino pastel, what you need to have it is you have one pastel gene, so it's heterozygous pastel, but it's shown because pastel is what we refer to as a codominant or incomplete dominant gene. We'll go into more of that later. And you have homozygous albino, which means it's visually an albino pastel. Visual albino right here, and then you have allelic genes. Now we'll go more into what that means later on, but if two genes are allelic, it means that they line up on the same spot, basically. So you have, with the toffino, you have toffee and albino, but because they're on the same allele, they line up. It's heterozygous toffee, it's heterozygous albino, but they form together and make a toffino. And we'll go more into how that works when you get into breeding and all that in a little bit here. But that's basically the basic rundown. Heterozygous, one gene. If it's a recessive trait, that means it's not expressed, but it's a het. Visual, or homozygous with a recessive, you need two. And then a super form is also called homozygous. So if you have a super pastel, that's homozygous pastel, because you have two different copies of it. Now we're going to go ahead and palpate some of our females. We're going to go show you guys how to do that so you can check your girls, see if they're ready to start breeding. Hey guys, part two here real quick. We're going to show you guys how to palpate some bull pythons. This right here is one of our het clown girls. I've had this girl for quite a long time. Always been one of my favorites. So basically the key is to get them to relax. So I'm going to have her start going into her tub. Usually easier if you partially close it so she can see some dark and feel a little bit comfortable. And then she starts to relax right here. And I basically am squeezing inward, my thumb against her back, and I'm just pressing these 4 fingers in. About right here, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So she has 6 follicles. You can actually see she's a little bit swollen right here. And this is where you're actually going to be feeling them. A lot of people think it's down towards the tail. You're only going to have anything in there if it's going to be defecation or if she's already ovulated and the eggs have moved down. So that's basically what you're going to do, and they're going to feel like a zigzag pattern. So you're going to feel one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, just like that. So let us know if you guys have any more questions. We'll be doing a lot more videos on breeding and how to get your girls going. See you guys next time.